Goodbye Canada, how to. This video was created solely in response to our last video, Goodbye Canada, Own Nothing and Live Anywhere. Due to the thousands of questions we have received, here you go. We really hope you enjoy it. Hi there everyone, welcome back to Travel and Explore Now. We want to give a big thank you to all our new subscribers here on our channel, and also welcome back our existing subscribers.
And oh my God, we were absolutely shocked with the response. It appears we've really struck a nerve here. We had no idea there were so many people who felt the same way we did. And you're all right, Canada isn't what it used to be. We're confident there's going to be positive change in the future. But either way, we would be doing this. We've chosen this lifestyle. We love to travel. We only get one kick at the cat, and we want to see as much of the world as we possibly can.
Something that's really important to both of us is we so appreciate and love all the comments and questions that you have for us, but unfortunately we can't answer them all. It's virtually impossible.
Yeah, poor Jill. Her fingers are wearing out. She's really good with the phone, but yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds of them, and we wish we try to respond to everyone individually, but as Jill says, virtually impossible. But we do read every one of them, and we'll continue to do that. And all your great questions we will try to cover in our video, and anything that we don't cover in a video, we will respond to you personally. Yeah. So keep them coming. We love it.
Yeah. Okay, but let's not forget, we are also going to talk about healthcare and the tax implications in our next video following this one.
And that video may take a little while to get out. We'll be back in Vancouver, Victoria, early July, and we have appointments set up with our accountant as well as our portfolio manager, and we have a ton of questions to give to them that we'll be sharing with you. So like I say, probably early July. And most importantly to us is we give you correct information, and we highly recommend that you deal with professionals as we did. This here is mainly a guide for you, and hopefully we'll have both of them on the channel to share some of their professional knowledge with you.
Great.
Sound good?
Sounds good. So stay tuned, and also please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. So we're heading off now to our Mexican agent's office, Claudia Mendoza.
Hello. Hola. Nice to see you.
¿Cómo estás? How are you doing?
Good.
Welcome.
Yeah. So we're just going to run a few questions by her today, and hopefully you learn something, and hopefully you come down and have a talk with Claudia, because she sure made it easy for us. So I guess the first question we'll ask Claudia is, what is the first thing our subscribers should do to start the whole process?
Well, the first thing has to be just contact me first.
Contact you
Yeah,
personally?
definitely, yes.
Okay.
It can be by phone call, message, email, whatever is easy for you, but please contact me. Because every person is different situation, different kind of case. We need to have a meeting to talk and say yes.
Yeah, a phone meeting,
Yeah.
Okay.
The first step is to go to your Mexican consulate, the place that you're staying at, and you need to go for interview. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm gonna help you to let you know all the requirements and everything that you need to go. But yes, the process is by the Mexican consulate at home.
Yeah, I remember the process for us, and you helped us make sure we had all the right documentation. And there were so many people in the consulate that went through all the work. They had the wrong documentation. They lined up in Vancouver and they were dismissed. You've got the wrong paperwork. Come back. And it's not easy to get an appointment in the consulates in Canada. I don't know about other countries, but yeah.
We help you to do that, and also to make sure that you have everything, see, because you have one chance. Well, we take care of you since the beginning to the end of the process.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So once they've got all their stuff arranged and their residency visa, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they have 60 days to get their permanent residency card. Is that correct?
Well, yes, you have the 60. Once you have the visa sticker on your passport, you are eligible for this. Then you have 60 days to complete the process. To complete the process is to make we call them canje, which is the exchange for the sticker for the visa in order to get your residency card. Okay, so you have 60 days to come to Mexico, or in this case in Cabo, to complete the process. And once you are here in Mexico or Cabo, you have 30 days to do this process, to do the canje, which is I'm gonna help you and to be with you in all this process, but the timing for this is less than 2 weeks, so it is fast.
Yeah, I think it was less than an hour when we got to immigration and we walked out the door with our new residency cards.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's all different types of residency. You've got workers' residency. You've got retirees like ourselves, and from what I understand, a lot of the requirements are going up, especially the personal financial qualification for retirees. Do you think it may continue to go up like that? Do you think this is a good idea to get done now? Because from what we see, it seems like every year it gets tougher.
Definitely, yeah. Every year the requirement increases a little bit. Okay, so I think if you have the opportunity, or if you want to come to Mexico or have your residency, is the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, every person, every case is different, but yes, we can help you to apply for it. We're gonna find a way to help you.
Okay. Thanks, Claudia.
Muchas gracias, Randy. Gracias.
Goodbye, everyone.
Permanent residency can be established by having a regular income of $7,300 per month, and it has to be based on over the last 6 months. Some consulates require 12 months. You can also achieve permanent residency by qualifying by having a savings investment balance showing $293,000 US for the past 12 months. The balance must not fall below this minimum for the 12 months. This is how we acquired permanent residency. There are many different ways to qualify, so you need to find yours.
So, the cost for permanent residency in Mexico. Claudia's fee will be approximately $600, your immigration fee approximately $400. Total cost roughly $1,000. And for the first 20 Travel and Explore Now subscribers, Claudia is being kind enough to offer a 15% discount.
Now, how much does this lifestyle cost? Okay, so what you've all been waiting for, and the number one question that we received in all the comments was, how much is this gonna cost you? Randy?
Well, that depends totally on you. So many different variables. For example, are you going to be working while you're over there? Or are you going as retirees, as we did? What's your lifestyle like? What country do you want to live in? Trust me, some countries are a lot more expensive than others. And the lifestyle, it can go from next to nothing to through the roof expensive. So because of all these different variables, I think the best way for us to get into it, though, is we're going to give you the exact details on what it's cost us over the last year And then we're going to get into exactly how we funded it. And this is going to surprise a lot of people because there's a lot of you sitting at home right now thinking I could never do this. And trust me, you can.
Yep.
So far this past year, we have traveled the world to places like Egypt, Jordan, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, the Philippines, Hong Kong, and finally back to Mexico. We have been on over 45 flights. We have also been on board 3 luxury live-aboard boats. For the past year, we have done a combination of both hotels and some monthly stays, including 1 month at the Pan Pacific Hotel in Kuala Lumpur. And I love this. We have not cooked a meal in over a year or washed any dishes. So make sure you check out some of our past videos and you can have a look at what our lifestyle has been like. So you ask, what does this all cost? The total cost per month is 5,200 Canadian dollars. This also included worldwide health insurance at $900 per month for the 2 of us. It also included emergency medical evacuation and all our cell service throughout our travels. You know, could we have done this cheaper? Absolutely. It was all the luxury dive boats and the 45 flights, some of them to some of the most remote places, that bumped up the prices. We are now going to start slow travel. That will significantly reduce our cost. So the way we fund our lifestyle was through the sale of our home. And, you know, I don't think Canadians realize just how much their home is actually costing them.
And it's funny, Jill says this because she was one of them.
Yes.
And prior to us getting this going a few years ago, I sat down beside Jill and I said, honey, do you know what it costs to live in this home? And she gave it a couple of minutes thought and she came up with the number. I showed her the true numbers. She was shocked, and I think you may be as well. So we're going to get right into the exact numbers.
And then I said, sell it.
Yes, once she saw the numbers, it didn't take long to put the sign out front.
Get this sucker sold.
We're aware there are also a lot of people who don't have a home to sell. They don't have a large investment portfolio. And unfortunately, you're going to have to work the same as you do here. We met so many people during our travels who were collecting a great salary, but at the same time had hugely reduced their cost of living. And it makes a big difference. You should have seen how some of these people were living.
I have encouraged my sons to do this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's yeah. If you can work globally, you know, collect a Canadian, U.S., Euro, whatever, and reside, you know, somewhere where the cost of living is a fraction of what it is at home.
It's a great way to get ahead.
Yeah, and I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Really. So, yeah, give it a try. Where there's a will, there's a way.
So let's see what exactly this home actually really cost you.
Okay, time for some numbers. I love numbers. So we decided we were going to sell our home and unlock some capital, which allows us to travel the world. We sold our home in March of 2022 for $2,450,000. $480,000. There was a real estate commission of $74,400 and $2,000 in closing costs. So at the end of the day, we end up with $2,403,600. And I should mention, this was all tax-free, all the profit we made on the home, because it was our principal residence. How long that tax exemptions last for is debatable. So, what exactly was it costing us to live in our home? And the number one cost that very few people calculate into the equation is loss of return on investment. We're calculating ours at 7%, which is quite a conservative number. Our returns with David Lapoitevin, just alone last year, were 7.87, but overall, our average annualized return is 13.21%. David's been great, and we will have a link below if you'd like to speak with him. And if we're really lucky, I'm going to try to convince him to come on to the channel. I'm sure you'll all love him. Hey, David. Anyway, so that number comes to $168,252. You then have your taxes at $6,600, utilities, and all we're calculating here is heat and light, $3,000, and maintenance we've calculated it at 1%, which is again very conservative. Most people say calculate 1 to 4% of total home value. But in this case, that comes to $24,800. And lastly, insurance of $2,000, for a total of $204,652. And let's divide that by 12. That comes to $17,054 a month. So, 17 grand a month. I'm sure most of you could live very well on that, especially considering the cost of living is only a fraction of what you're currently paying. Okay, but let's look at the downside now. First things first, you now have nowhere to live. But we can tell you through experience, you can stay in some pretty amazing places for 17 grand a month. And for all you snowbirds, how much sense does it make to leave your home empty for 6 months? We did it for years. I always dreaded coming home to see what had gone wrong over the winter. We traded all the worries of home ownership for our total freedom. Second problem, you no longer have the capital appreciation of your real estate. Us and many of our viewers, I am sure, have done very well with home ownership over the years. But it's no secret that Canadian real estate is at record prices and totally unaffordable for most Canadians. I know it's highly debatable, but we believe there is very little room for any upside. We believe in the years to come, Canadians are going to learn real estate does not always go up. Actually, it goes the other way as well. For all our younger viewers, read up on what happened in the early 80s with Canadian real estate.
You've got the numbers already, but you've heard us say several times before, and everyone goes, how do you do that? How do you maintain a lifestyle like this for less than it costs you to sit in your home doing nothing? Well, you've got the numbers now, and you know, the income from the sale of our home invested $17,000, and as Jill talked about, you know, our travels all over, $5,200 a month. So you can see we're not only you know, breaking even, but we're still saving money.
And we could have traveled for less too.
Oh, we could have traveled for less, and we could have traveled for more. We are quite seasoned travelers. We don't go on all the tours. We do our own thing. We stay in some beautiful places. We've had some beautiful luxury dive boat trips,
But to us, it's all about value, getting your best bang for your buck.
yeah. So yeah, we could spend more, we could spend less, but that's just what we're doing. So something that's really important to us to clear up with everyone is we're not trying to persuade anyone to do anything. This is a lifestyle we've adopted, and I love it. What about you?
I love it. And you know what? I was really nervous at first, and I don't know. I'm just so glad that we took that leap of faith.
Yeah, and it is a little nerve-wracking. You know, we'd be liars if we said we weren't both a little nervous. You know, it's a big step, and the first one's the toughest. But as long as as we mentioned earlier, you both, if you're a couple, you have to
Be on the same page.
Oh, without a doubt, because it's not going to work if one person wants to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, and something else that's important is these numbers, we've tried to be as accurate as possible, but they're just a guide because everyone's in a different situation to start with. But we highly recommend that you discuss your options with professionals. That being an accountant, investment advisor, immigration experts like Claudia, and getting a little bit of advice from these people really helped us.
Yeah.
You know,
It gave us the confidence to move forward.
oh, without a doubt, yeah, because we were a little wishy-washy to start, and but here we are now, and loving every minute of it. And if we can do it,
You can do it.
so can you. So,
Is this the part where I push you in the pool?
yeah, give it a try. You'll be in so quick. Yeah. So, anyway, folks, thanks for everything.
Yeah. And please remember to subscribe, like, and share. And also you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. So go find us.
She's getting pretty good at that, eh? Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See you soon. Oh, and I almost forgot. We're really sorry. As you can see, this is a pretty long video already. Already. We're going to have a video out within a week max on
Healthcare.
the healthcare and the insurance, because we had a ton of questions on that. So
So that's coming.
Stay tuned.
Bye.
See you later.